If you live or drive through Albert Lea, the Minnesota Department of Transportation wants to hear from you. MnDOT is planning to build new bridges at the I-90 and I-35 interchange in a few years. While this project won't impact drivers this spring, the department does want to know what else can be done to make the roads better. KIMT News 3's Berg is in Albert Lea, where an open house is about to start. He shares insight into the discussion about future plans for the highways.
While today's corridor study here in Albert Lea may not see a lot of progress made on the project until 6 years in the future, I've been told MnDOT thinks it's important for members of the community to turn out and make their voices heard on what they want to see.
The bridges are over 50 years old and out of date, but before the department gets ready to plan their replacement, it wants to hear from the people who use those interstates every day.
And it is a good time, this early on for the public to get their views in. If they show up, 2 weeks before construction starts, it's not likely that any sort of advice or ideas that they have could be integrated into a project.
MnDOT expects to have the almost $19 million in funds it needs to start the project by 2030. Right now, it is hard at work looking for more ways it can make the interchange and the surrounding roads safer.
It may seem like to the public it's so far out there, who cares? But this really is the point where your voice can be heard, your perspective can be included and considered as we deliberate and develop this project to become sharper and more focused.
And I've been told that MnDOT will actually be considering some of these proposals even before work begins on the bridge replacement, if the timing is right and they have the funding. In Albert Lea, Berg, KIMT News 3.
That open house begins in less than a half hour and runs until 6:30. It's taking place at the Albert Lea City Hall.